What's good, YouTube? This is your boy Indicator Trader, and I am back with an important video. And people have been saying I keep getting caught in trend changes, and it's in a major buy zone, but I keep losing the trade. It's not going up. It's because you're not spotting trend changing, lower lows, higher highs, and you're not spotting it. You're not spotting trend changing. So this video is going to be about higher highs, new higher highs, structure being broken, new lower lows, and how you can start, how you can see it. Because understand this, when you're using my Wall Street, if a trend change, the market will keep pushing in a major zone. You can make money off of it because you know that you're supposed to sell in a major zone. But are you spotting higher highs? Are you spotting higher highs? Like, are you spotting higher highs? If you're not spotting higher highs being created and you keep waiting for the will alert to tell you to sell, you're going to lose the trade because you're caught in a trend change. And once trend change happens, momentum will continue to push it up. And then you're going to blow your account. That's why it's more than just trading off of a will alert. You got to be able to spot everything. That's why my academy shows you how to spot trend changing. It tells you that for a reason. So if you ignore this and you just can't go to the chart and say, I'm going to wait for a will alert. You got to look at the chart, see what happened. Know how to identify structure levels. Know how when a new structure is created. I'm going to teach y'all all this right now. This video might be longer than it's supposed to be, but perfect. Okay, so if we zoom out, we see this was a long downtrend. And the reason why I'm doing it from a downtrend so I can show y'all how structure, when this structure begin to get broken. From the downtrend, when did the uptrend started? Okay, so the big move started happening right here. That's when the market started pushing itself up. So let me explain to y'all what structure is. Okay, from the downtrend, let me pull out this so y'all can get understanding what structure is. Structure is when when did the big move happen? From what point did the drop happen? Okay, that's what structure is. So we're gonna mark it right here. How you do structure levels. Let me zoom in. This will be a supply and demand zone. Okay, when you see the big move happen now right here, you see that. Okay, this is your previous structure level. Okay, so you take the rectangle from the wick all the way down to the body, and when it tests the first time, it always reject. It's never going to surpass this level. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. It's always gonna fail the first time. Price is always gonna fail when it comes back to this level. Always. As you can see right now what it did, you can see already what happened. Anytime price get here, expect a drop until prices close above it. So you can see right here, this is previous structure level. This means when price come back here, sell. Okay, you sell. And using the Wall Street, it will help you even more. Because if you see the Wall Street, I'm putting y'all on some crazy game. Like, I should charge y'all for this. But it's because I gotta help. I gotta help you guys because you guys want to know. You guys want to know why I keep getting stuck and all that. I'm trying to help y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all this free information. I'm supposed to charge for this because after y'all watch this video, I promise y'all gonna win more. I should charge y'all for this, but this is powerful information, and you probably don't even know what supply demand zones is. But I'm going to show y'all because people are not being able to identify these and they don't know how to identify it. You can do supply and demand zones from the top and the bottom. So that means whenever the big move happened up, wherever it happened up, that's your supply and your demand zone going down. Okay, so when prices get back to that level, that's when you wait for a reaction. But by this is a downtrend. You want to focus on sales. This is a downtrend. I'll get to how to do supply and demand zones going up, okay? But since this is a downtrend, this is where the big move happened. This is your previous. Technically, the big move happened, but the big move happened way up here. But that when price get back here in the future, it's gonna have a reaction. It's always gonna have a reaction when it gets back here. Okay, depending on the momentum, it can break through or it don't. Okay, so this is a 5-minute time frame. Usually, I do my structure levels on a higher time frame so that it's stronger. So understand, by you're doing it on a 5-minute time frame, it still will work. But the higher the time frame, the stronger the zone will be. Okay, it will be very the stronger the zone will be. Okay, so you get the supply and demand zone from the wick to the body, and then you drag it across. As y'all can see, every time price got back, what happened? It dropped. It's mind blowing. I know it's mind blowing, but some of y'all don't know. Some of you guys don't know, how to do it. Now you could always create a new structure level. Just wait for a big drop to happen or a big move up to happen. You can always do it. You can always do supply and demand zones. Always. Okay, you can always do that. So as price goes up, rally up, you could do on the since it's a downtrend, do a supply and demand zone on downtrends only, so you can catch a breakout. Okay, so you can catch a breakout. So in future, let me drag it out so I can zoom in a little bit more down. So in the future, if this zone gets broken, it's going to come back and retest it. It's not going to just break straight through and keep rallying up. That's never going to happen. It's going to break through first and then retest it. Always wait for the retest to enter the market. Always wait for the retest. Okay, you always wait for the retest. So this is your strongest supply and demand zone because this is where prices last fell. So if I came to the market at this point, let's just say you came to the market at this point, look back to see when was the last big move, okay? And you're in the downtrend, you're under the 200, so the trend is down, okay? So what confirmation that you should be looking for a trend change? You want candles to break above that 45. But understand the trend is down. How do you counter off this? Since the trend is down, you don't take buys unless you get major zones like this. If the zone is not under the Wall Street like this, you don't take it because momentum will push it down. You gotta wait until structure is broken. So what do I mean by this? This is structure. This is the last drop right here. So this is what I mean by structure being broken. The last biggest move is the last previous structure, and I'm gonna show y'all right now on how to get that structure level and how you can win trades. Now you know you are in a major buy zone. You could buy when the will alert comes, okay? But look at this. Yes, this is the structure level. This is it. You have to pull it down straight to the body. This is the structure level. So you got to pull that down all the way down. And you can see what happens every time prices touch it. See what happens for the buy? You see what happens for the buy? Every time price came back here, it had to bounce right off. Same with the top. This is how you beast trade. This is how you do it, guys. You want to know one of my secrets? Here's one of them. Here's one of my secrets. I look at the chart overall, and I'm not just looking at my will alert, okay? I have other confirmations. The Wall Street works, but you have to know when to use it and when to get in. You got to make sure that you're not in a trend change. If you're not in a trend change, guys, you're good. You can buy when it hits a major buy zone. You can sell when it hits a major sell zone. But as long as you're not in a monster trend down, then you're good. How do you spot that? I'm showing you. Okay, so right here, the major drop happened. Since this candle is big, you have to start from the top of the wick down to the body of the previous candle. So this is the full zone. So that means when price come back here on the retest, it's more than likely will bounce right off, guys. Prices come right here, it's more than likely it's gonna bounce right back down. Prices come back to this supply and demand zone, prices go back up. So you see what the Wall Street do. The Wall Street just put the icing on the cake. It just confirmed. You're in a major sell zone. Oh, wow. Look, I got a zone. I see a wick in the zone. I see another wick in the zone. You can enter right there. This is a rejection. Rejection. Wick bearish candle. Here's the retest. Failed. Boom. Enter. Right? That's your entry. This is how you get good entries. Okay? This is how you get good entries. So, what's your major structure level? This right here. Once this is broken, most likely the trend is going to change. Once this get broken, the previous high, the highest high, once this broken, the trend would change. It always happens. It always, backtest this, it always happens. So some of you guys don't have any knowledge about supply and demand zones. This is right here is patient trading. You wait. Now, this is all money right here because if you got your zones marked out, you already know. Okay, now look. This hit a major buy zone. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to break right through. But wait for the retest. If you can spot it's not a retest, like for example, this is a hammer with an engulfing. That's going up. That's going up, okay? But when I say wait for the retest, this is the retest right here. This is a retest. This is a retest. You got 2 retests. You can wait for the zone retest, wait for this retest. But if you want a great entry and you want to counter it, wait for it to get back to the zone because the move will be bigger when it get back to the zone. Remember, this is all prices, guys. This is price. So price is the most biggest thing how you want to trade. If you trade price and you put my method with it, it's a killer. It's a killer. You can see right here, back testing it. So right now, prices come down, boom. Prices come up. The reason why this shot right through it, because it was in a major buy zone. So it shot right through it. Okay. So it shot right through. Now, if you know candlesticks, you know when you get into the market. This is a hammer with an engulfing candle. You can enter on the and close an engulfing. That's a perfect entry. Anybody see a hammer with an engulfing? That tells you confirmation buyers are in the market. Okay, you can scout that. Now, but if you really want the retest for the zone, that's where you get the biggest move. So look, prices come back. Boom. You see this big wick. Okay, that means candles open from the top, dropped all the way down, pushed right back up, closed above. That's not yet a confirmation, but it's showing you that buyers are dominant. It's showing you that buyers push the price back up above the supply and demand zone. What gives you the go to enter this? Right when you see bullish movement. Candle open, went up, closed. Right here, after you saw this candle, and it closed above the 45, enter the market. What are you waiting on? The entry is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. You already in a major buy zone on the Wall Street. Now you wait for the it's already retesting. It already showed you this big, huge wick that it don't want to go down no more. Then you start seeing bullish momentum. Then it closed above the 45. That is your entry. What are you waiting on? Get in the market. Get in the market. It broke. It failed to go through the supply and demand zone. What are you doing? You got all this. You got it rejected. This isn't a major. It's not a major buy zone, but it's in a buy zone. You get this engulfing. Close above the 45. What are you waiting on? Prices is going up from here. So remember, on the first test of the zone, it will always reject. All you have to do is wait for bullish movement to enter the market. Okay, wait for the retest and then you get in the market. So it's always going to retest when it hits to the zone. So right now, price is already heading up. So let me mark out another level before I get to this zone. This is how you identify structure levels being broken. And 9 times out of 10, when 2 or 3 levels of structure gets broken, that means the trend could be possibly changing. So it broke through this structure. Now let me show y'all another structure level. Because if you're able to do this, trust me, you're going to be golden. Here's another structure level right here. Here's another structure level. Once price break through this, I'm gone. That's already a confirmation that we could possibly be in a trend change. Price broke through this structure, came down, tested this structure, failed. You see? It always failed the first time. See, if you drew that, if you knew that this was a structure level, you drew it, then you already know on the retest, coming back is going to reject. That's exactly what it did. Reject. Boom. Shot down. Came back to the zone. Failed. Shot up. It closed with an engulfing above this structure level. Came back. Retested. Consolidated a little bit. Didn't close or underneath. It consolidated. Right when you saw this big engulfing up, close, that is your entry. Understand, just because you're in a major sell or buy zone, you can still take trades. So people always ask me how you can we're in a major buy zone, but you're selling. We're in a major sell zone, but you're buying. This is how I do it. This is how I do it. This is how I'm able to get in the market in major zones and be able to being able to counter in major zones. This is how I do it. So all I'm waiting for is momentum. The momentum, once I saw this big green bullish engulfing candle, I'm entering. I don't care about this pullback. Don't care. It ain't going back down. I just enter the market respecting this. I go for 10 to 20 pips and I'm out because I know price have to go back here. That's all it did. Prices have to go back to this level. So that's all it did was made its way back to test this level. It's price action, guys. So price action is one of the craziest way to trade because that's your TP. That is your TP. That's literally your TP. Like when price hit here, this was your TP. This line right here was your TP. Smashed. It smashed it. So right here when it reject and you saw the bearish movement come down and it closed back under the zone, that is your entry. And it closed back under the 45, that is your entry right there. Your TP is this line right here. That's how you're going to enter the market. So you just wait for prices to break above or under. It's literally that simple. And then with my method with this, it's crazy. You're going to win trades. You're going to win trades. No doubt. Okay. So price finally break above, come back, retest, finally break above. Remember, when it goes to a major zone, supply demand zone first, it always reject. So once prices get to this, you're expecting a sale. Okay. So it drops. This hammer is the retest. This is the retest. Okay. This hammer is the retest. That's already a confirmation that it failed. Once you see bearish momentum, okay, it's already back under it. But I like to wait for retests. So the retest, it failed. I see bearish candle. This is my entry. And your entry is always going to be fue. It's always going to be nice and fue up for you. So pullback, no pullback. Entry. This is your entry. What's your TP? I know y'all know what's TP. This zone. This zone. It could be the zone too. Because price has to go back to test it. That's price action. That is what you call price action. Okay? So when you're leveling this out, you're gonna smack TPs. And I know people, you gotta have balls to hold this trade, but if you understand how price action works, then you have no what you're afraid of. This is TP1, this is TP2. Price will always, understand what I say, always go back to the previous supply or demand zone. All right. So what I told y'all, you should be looking for a buy when prices get back here because that's what you've seen here. So here you're looking for the buy. Wait for the retest or when prices close above. Okay. So I like to wait for a retest. So once I see a bearish candle and then I see a green candle close, I'm entering because that's to me that's my retest. So even if I do enter the market, my drawdown is not going to be too crazy. Once I wait for bullish movement, it's not going to be candle. So right here, this was a green candle. This was a red candle. And this was your green candle. So right here was your entry back above the Wall Street because it tested the zone, failed, came back up with a bullish green candle and closed. That's your entry. Your pullback is never going to be a lot. And then now you're facing another supply and demand zone price break above that one. That's when you add another lot size. You already in the trade because why? Price have to go back here. So once you always know, once you enter off either zone, your TP is this one and this one. That's TP1. No, TP1 here and TP2. That is how you get it. So once you enter the market here, TP here, TP hit. So once you enter here, TP would have been 16, 17 pips up. The next TP is 97 pips up. So you would have added, you would have saw it broke right through above the 45. It's so much confirmations here. Above the 45, this is when you add another lot size and then right up. That's another video on how to add lot size during the trade and how to adjust stop losses and stuff and how you ride the trend up. So understand, guys, the more it touch, the weaker the zone gets. Okay, so touch 1, touch 2, TP smash, TP2 smash, but expect a drop to happen when you get in the zone. So look, that's why I say I teach you guys everything, but when you put 2 and 2 together, it's a golden. What do you guys see here? A double top. You got a top here and a top here. It's dropping and it's rejecting your one of your supply and demand zones. That's easy money. You can clearly see it. Boom, boom. That's easy money. It's gonna always drop here, but it's not gonna do that every single time, guys. It's not gonna do that every single time. So once it drop, here's your retest. This is what you're waiting for. You can get in with my method. Let's say if you get a will alert here, that's your entry. Okay. Let's say if you get a will alert after or before the break, that is your entry. Okay. So that's for the people who have the method. So if you got the will streak, I'm teaching you like coins right now. Like you're gonna make so much money, it's crazy. So if you get a will alert here after you see these wicks, enter. That's your enter. You get a will alert here after you see those wicks, enter the market. If you're able to spot double tops like this, that's a killer. You already know it already rejected. It's so many confirmation already rejected. When you made the zones, then you get the will alert, enter. That is your entry. Okay, don't even hesitate. That is your entry. Okay, where's your TP from here? TP here. That's TP1. Remember, it's getting weaker and weaker. You see 2-2. You can see the 2 difference. Touch, 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 touch. So it's not gonna keep hitting the zone. So that's what you gotta understand. It's not gonna keep hitting the zone because the prices are getting stronger and stronger up. Okay. Once the downtrend, once the recent high get touched 2 to 3 times, it's weakening. Once it breaks through 2 new level of resistance, that's a trend indication that the trend would change. So it broke through this level and it broke through this level. So I'm expecting now my next to confirm that the trend is over, it has to break above the main level. Okay, that's to break above this main level, and that's exactly what happened. Once price got here, it tested, broke again. By you're in a major buy zone, you know not to look for sales. Okay, what you're waiting for, prices come back. Let me explain this. You could win this trade. You could definitely win trades like this, but you gotta understand, it's always good to have so much knowledge on the market. It's always good to have so much knowledge on the market. If I know that I'm going back to the zone, I wrote the sell down to TP1 and my sell was TP2, then all I did was move my stop loss to profit, on a sale. So if it came back and touched it, I'm not mad. I got out in profit anyway. You don't hold it. You set your TP1 to your stop loss, so if prices go back above, so that already told you, all right, prices going back up. So you're waiting. Understand, when prices go under the 45, buying is really risky. Okay, really risky. But buy you're at this zone that touch almost 2 times. It touched like almost 2 times. You know this zone is weak, so it's not going to continue to go down. Okay, what you're waiting on for it to go up, see bullish movement, and then this is the move right here. This big engulfing is the entry. Right here is your entry. That's your entry, and it closed above the 45. Okay, it closed above the 45. So boom, your pullback was on 21 pips. Oh my God, 21 pips, guys. This is how you get nice entries. Okay, so I told you I'm gonna cut all that noise out on getting crazy pullbacks, crazy drawdowns. I'm cutting all that noise out. I'm going back to trading how I was trading. So drawdowns is not big. You know, you got people who want you to trade 100 times a day, and I can't do that, guys. So you're gonna have to wait for the previous setup. Okay, wait for the setup. We go in profit. It's just like that. So I'm explaining this from step by step so you guys know what's happening. You guys see it within your own eyes. So what happens? Understand, it's not gonna always break through the first time. They gotta build momentum. It broke through, but do not expect prices to continue up. It will be a pullback once it break through. Unless you see bullish movement, it will not continue to break through. Okay, the first time. Once it go above the first time, it ain't breaking through like that. Not the previous high. This zone is different. These zones are different. These are in the middle of it. You know, these are the middle. So this is not considered the main zone. This is your main level right here. This is the main level. So once price breaks above and close above that, that's when you can expect the trend to change. Okay, that's when trend is possibly changing. When it breaks that strong, where the trend just dropped right here, this big move. Once price break above this zone, closes, it's gonna retest, and then when it continue going up, that's when you find entry, because now the trend is changed up. This is how you naturally spot a trend change. I just got my indicators for verification. I can spot it. It's easy. It's really, really easy. All right. If structures never get broken, then the trend is continuing up. If I'm on a downtrend and if none of my previous support levels get broken, I'm not worrying about a trend change. I'm not worrying about prices to change. I'm not worrying about a downtrend to come. So prices break above close, open, test, comes back down, close under the 200. Prices open, goes back, test it again. You see these wicks? These wicks is already telling you the bulls don't have it right now. They don't have enough strength to continue pushing this market up. They have to build the strength. So prices open here, go up, close, boom. Price open here, go up, close. Then you get this big bearish candle, another bearish candle. Then you get this big engulfing candle. Now, some people would have entered. Me, I think I would have entered this. I would have definitely entered this because this would have gave me a pretty good confident that it was going to go up. Okay, so I would have entered this. So let's just see what the drawdown was. And I'm gonna keep it 100. I would have entered this. The drawdown wasn't bad though. It was only 55 pips. Remember, my drawdown, my risk every trade be about like a good 200 pips. So to go from 200 to 55 pips, that's not bad. You know, so 55 pip drawdown is nothing. Okay, it creates, now this is where you get the icing on the cake. Because once price break back above, you already see the retest. If it breaks back above, now all you're doing is waiting to see how do you confirm that the trend is completely up and that it's never going back down. Okay, right here when that big move popped up and it fell and reject and it kept going up, this is your previous support right here. So it created a support level. You see this? It looked like a line. Definitely looked like a line. Okay. So and new support levels always get made. Okay, it always get made. This is another support level. This is another support level. This is another support level. So what you can do to save you doing zones, put a line here. Let me change it blue so you guys can get a good, so I can give you guys a good example on how to confirm, because we already got the verification. It already closed above the strongest resistance level. Price already came back to it. It closed above it. So how do we confirm that the trend has changed? Well, prices are above the 45. One, prices are above the 200. So how do we know that we in a trend, that we are in a officially trend change up, and how we can, what will give us the confidence to hold this trade? Well, looking back, we see prices build his way, broke through this last strong resistance level. Prices came back before it made this. Before it made this, prices came back to test it. That's why you have to be able to spot. You have to be able to spot this. So this was your previous support level. Prices came back. This is the retest. Believe it or not, even though it's way up there, this bearish candle is the retest. You got the retest all the way up there. Then when you saw bullish move, that's when you entered the market. It failed to go back. It failed to even go back to this zone. So you got the retest on this zone, and you got the retest on this support. So that is your entry. Once right here, this could be an entry right here, because you see right here could be an entry. Okay, so when it fails to break new support, here's another new support. When it's failing to break back new support, that's how you know that you're in officially a trend change. So believe it or not, but this trend did change up. It changed up. Okay, so you was able to catch these pips up. You was able to catch it because price kept down, prices came up, tested support, boom, shot up. Created another support, add another blue line for support. Price came up, tested support. And believe it or not, this is a channel too. I'm gonna show y'all. This is a channel. So you gotta be able to, if you can spot that, woo, money. So price came back to support, went up, prices came back, went up. Don't expect prices to just continue up. This is a trend change. See this big move up? That's a trend change. That's a trend just changed up. Okay. So what I mean by channel, it's so much stuff, guys. When the market moves sideways. When the market is moving sideways, that is the best time to make. You can make money if you know how to channel it. If you know what a channel is, it's one of the craziest ways to make bread. Bread mean money, guys. So, look, you would drag a trend line from here to these wicks right here, boom, and you would drag your other trend line. Like right after this, you would drag it in the future though. So you would have saw this go down and this go up, this go down. That is a channel, okay? So you would drag another one from these wicks, moving it all the way up like this. So let me move this a little bit too. So you would have dragged it in the future. So in the nearest future, this is a channel. So anytime price came back to this channel, came down to it, you knew to buy. Anytime prices came back to it, you knew to sell. What helps you with this? The Will Street. Okay, so that's what helps you with this. So anytime prices came back to those wicks, you just pull it in the future. So you know in the future when you trade, when price get back to this, I sell. Prices get back to it, I sell. Prices get back to it, I buy. Prices get wick touched it, I sell. But understand, you are in a trend change. That's just extra confirmation, guys. So you have to be able to spot these supply and demand zones, guys. If you do not know how to spot supply and demand zones, then you're pretty much, it's very hard to explain it, you know. So if you ask me, I'll make new zones as the market go, because I can bet you before even going into the future, this zone got broke again. This zone, where this move first happened, price went back to it. But MetaTrader, it is weird, you won't be able to go. But this right here, prices went back to that. Prices definitely went back to that. So, excuse me, guys. My alley just messing up. So right here, I can put a zone right here. I can make a mini zone right here because this was the last big move. Remember the last big move. Or I can put a zone right here, the last big move. You know, it don't matter. You just know wherever that last big move happened, you can put another zone, okay? So if I put a zone here, it's from the wick to the body all the way down. So I know for the future, if price breaks this level, I'm in a trend change. I am in a trend change. You guys see. When price breaks this level, I am in a trend change. It's called structured trading with price action. I'm making my own words too, y'all. I make my own words up. So the reason why I say it's important to make new structure levels because you start to see, like you start to see like momentum building. I make new zones every time a big move is made because it helps me out to be able to spot the upcoming trend change. Because I know once going down, if it breaks two of my structure levels going down, the trend is going to change. So, and structure level is just pretty much mean after a big move have happened. So right here, big move happened. That's a structure level. That's a structure level. So I already know this, so I'm gonna pull out my fib. I mean not my fib. I'm gonna pull out my rectangle. Do my structure zone. Only until you gotta go into the body of this candle right here. You gotta go to the body of it. You just can't drag that and make it big as you want. No, the level of the structure is from the wick to the previous body of that candle, and you pull it in the future. Okay, you're gonna see why, because this is a supply and demand zone. It's gonna act as support and resistance. Okay, so this is why I tell y'all. This is why I like to do it, because y'all look. I didn't even see that happen, and I already know. I already know. This is how powerful it is. So right here, the market, it continued to drop. The drop started here. So honestly, this is a structure level. This is a structure level. So it was a lot of structure levels that was broken. But the lower the structure level, when I do this, that's the stronger one. So once price break under that one, and I'm waiting for price to break under the second one because that's a confirm that the trend is done. The trend down is confirmed. So prices come back to this zone, rejects, shoots up. Prices close under the 45. Wait for the retest. Here's the retest. This is the retest. It fails the 45. So that's confirming that we are going down. Okay, we are going down. You guys have to be able to spot these retests. Even though the thing dropped, this is a retest to push back up, and it's failing, guys, and it's creating new lower lows. So you got to be able to spot this. If you can't spot this, this is why you probably losing trades. Because yeah, you are in the major buy zone, but the trend is changing. I told you guys, when the trend is changing, it don't matter what zone you in. Momentum is gonna push it down. It's gonna push it down. So you be like, I was in the major buy zone, but the market kept falling. That's because you're in a trend change. That's why. But you can catch this. Same up. You're in a major sell zone, but price keep pushing up. That's because you're in a trend change. So price break under the 45. Here's the retest. Boom. Price continue to come down. It tests this level. Here's the engulfing green candle for you to get back in. Once you see engulfing, you can get back in, but do not hold it. You can't hold it. This is skill trading. This is skill trading. I wouldn't recommend you don't trade the trade, but skilled people you can scalp that. Wait for these two levels to get broken to trade, or just sell every time on the Wall Street when it hits a major sell zone. Okay. So right here, prices finally break under. Prices come back down. Prices probably break under the structure level. Remember, it's always going to retest when it breaks, okay? And it so happens to come to the second level. Always going to reject the first time. Prices go back, tests this level. You see these wicks? See these wick guys? I want y'all to see this. Look at the wicks. When you see wicks, be happy. Be happy. Be glad that you see these wicks because you're going to make a lot of money. Because these wicks just tell me that the sellers are in control. All I am waiting on is bearish movement to find entry. Right here, you can enter that. The pullback won't be massive. It won't be massive. You know, you could have entered right here. But just by knowing the retest is going to happen, it saved you the drawdown. It's always going to retest once it hits a new supply and demand zone. The retest was here. It dropped. It pulled back. Here's the retest. So what would be the drawdown on this if we enter on the sell? It's not gonna be. It's never gonna be much. The pullback on only 36 pips. What is that? That's nothing. The pips is never gonna be a lot once it's breaking through structure, guys. These supply and demand zone is structure levels. That's all it is. Structure, price action. Price has to go back and test those levels. How you catch it when it's rapidly breaking through demand and supply zone, when it's breaking through support, major support and resistance levels is how you confirm that the trend is down. So we come up, it retests, you see that wick, drops down. It retests, this one fails, come down. Engulfing, fake out. This is a fake out. That's all this is. Faking you out that the market is going to push up. You already know that's a fake. Don't buy. That's a fake out. That's clear as day. That's a fake out. It wants you to think the market's going to continue going up, but by you got your zones already marked up, you know you can't fake me out. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for candles to close under this zone right here. Once candle close under this zone, bye. Where it's not going back up, guys. It's not going back up. Okay? So as you can see, what happened? Prices fell dramatic because it broke through structure. It broke through this structure, played in this structure. Prices came down with an engulfing. You could have entered right here off after that engulfing. You could have. But I would like to wait for structure to be broken, close under, and then I enter because it'd be the best entries. It'd be the best entries because momentum is already on your side. So right here, it also closed under the 200. That's perfect. You know, that's perfect. That's clear confirmation that we really in a downtrend. It broke through two main structure levels, and it closed under the 200, and it closed under one of the main structure levels. Man, this is an easy sell. I don't care how close you is to the buy. Take the sell, because what's gonna happen? You're gonna probably get a will alert somewhere right here and get faked out. You're gonna get faked out because you're gonna think the market is going to push up. Now here's the safest. Wait, remember I tell y'all, pull back, big move. This is another structure level of resistance. This is another way you could put a supply and demand zone. So if you want to be safe, wait until this level get broken. You can say I could do this all day. And I know this video gonna be long, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it. So the pullback happened right here. Boom, the big drop. Here's your structure level. This is your structure level, guys. And honestly, the smaller the candle is, the better. You know, it's definitely the better. The smaller that candle is, the better. Because it ain't gonna take much. It ain't gonna take much to break through it. As you can see here, it took some time for this. It took some time. It took a lot of time. Then it broke through. You know, you see the skinny when it broke through it like nothing. It just chewed right through it. This is skinny level. It broke right through it. So, if you see this and it's skinny, you can enter right after it closes above, because this level is not that. It's not that powerful. And then you're coming out of a major buy. That means prices dropped, but it's coming out of a major buy zone. But if you want to be safe and you don't want to get caught in another fake out, this is a fake out, drop, hammer. It tried to fake you out as much as it possibly could. These are fake outs, guys. Everybody said, "Oh, it's a hammer. Let me get in." They know that already. They know that you know about candlesticks. So what they hit you with the most popular ones, hammer. They trying to get you to buy to get you faked out, and that's what they did. Gave you hammers 2 times to try to make you think the market was going up, and it never did, because you already had, once it broke through that second level of structure, you know price is going down hard. So these hammers can't fake you out. The market do this, guys. So right here, this is your previous strong level of resistance, supply and demand zones. Okay, so you know once price break through this, it's over. Okay, it's a wrap. It's over. All right, it's definitely over. Now you got confirmation. Price closed above the 45. Then price closed under above the what's the name. Remember what I told you? Every time it closes above, it always retests. So like I said, you can wait for the retest and enter, or you can trade off the momentum. Here's the retest candle open, tests this level, fail right here. Test it again. Told y'all when y'all see them wicks in these zones, be happy because you're making money. And it tests it, go up, close. It failed twice. Enter. Your drawdown is not going to be a lot. Enter the market. Your drawdown will not be a lot. You entered here. What's drawdown? 30 pips. That's nothing, guys. 30 pips is nothing. 30 pips is nothing, guys. All right? It is nothing. And you can zoom out because I'm pretty sure this was a level somewhere. Yeah, right here. This is another structure. You can find structure levels. Here's another structure level for the drop. Here's another structure level for the drop. If we put a horizontal line right here, it got broke. If we put a horizontal line right here, it got broke. So these are levels being broken, but it's never gonna break and keep going up. It's always gonna retest, gain momentum, and then push down. So this is the first structure level. It came with an engulfing, came back down, tested the level, came back down, tested the level, and then another bearish candle, tested the level. Then it came with a big bearish candle, tested this level, failed, came back up, tested this level, continue going up. So once you see the rejection and you see bearish, you can enter. You can definitely enter. The entry won't be bad. But if you want to be safe, wait until it breaks the main structure. The higher it is, the stronger. So if you would have got this structure level right here, let's just say this is where the downtrend started. So this will be the strongest level because this is where it first started. So I'm gonna tell y'all this is price action. Price always will go back to this. Price will always go back to this. So if you wanted to start here, this is a structure level. You could do this. What I wanted to do is just show you guys how to get it. But you guys I know you guys understand what I'm doing right now. Remember, from the wick to the previous body. So if you pull this back, you can see why price react the way it did because it hit a structure level. So now you get a concept on why price did what it did here. So you will be expecting a sell because price not going to break through that the first time. But once price broke above it, that was your entry. Because this is where the downtrend started, the massive downtrend started. So this will be the main structure, the level you want to get broke. This is how you catch trend changes. I told you, once it breaks, understand, y'all, once it breaks above where the trend first dropped, once it break and close above that and you see bullish movement, enter. The trend has changed. You can see what happened after that. It shot up. It shot up and you could have caught all that. So what I mean, this is where the trend started. This is a structure level for support. Okay, this would be let me see if I can drag this down. So right here, this is where it started. So this will be the structure level. This is your strong. So in the future, once price broke this, once price broke this level, I promise you it felt nasty. And I might not be able to drag it because that's how this is. I won't be able to drag it. Let me see if I can zoom out. Oh, price haven't went to it yet, but I can guarantee you, once prices do get to there and they break, it's gonna fall hard because that is a main price level. So that's all you do. You wait for the biggest movement. Like you can see right here where structure was broken. You can just see it. That's why I tell y'all, wait for structure to be broke, and then you're gonna see. Wait two structures or more to be broken, and you're gonna catch it. So like this big drop right here, you could have caught this drop because I'm pretty sure it broke structures. They broke through structure. So here's the structure zone. I know this video is gonna be long, but remember, if it's an uptrend, you drag it from the wick to the body. If it's a downtrend, if it's an uptrend, drag it from the bottom of the wick to all the way to the body. If it's a downtrend, drag it from the top of the wick to the body, okay, to the whole body. So what I mean, these are support levels, new structure levels, okay? The lower it is, the stronger it is, okay? So this will be a support. This will be a support level right here. So once price closed under this, that was it. Once price closed under this, that was it. Where did this move happen? Right here. Once price closed under this, that was it. So remember, it's always when the move started. The stronger it always starts when where the move started at, guys. So be very, very mindful about this. So from the wick to the body, we drag. Remember, it's whatever size of the wick. If candle close under this, I don't care if you're in a major zone or not, sell. If candle close under that, that's your scalp, okay? We could draw all the zones out. We could draw them all out. If you guys want to find entries, every time price breaks this, that's your entry. Okay, I know this is gonna be a long video. See, here's another pullback. Every pullback and then a big move, that's another level. This is another level. You see how levels get broke? Levels are being chewed. Levels are being chewed. Here's another level. Okay, here's a pullback. Here's another level. Here's another level. So here's another level right here. So this could have been a good one here because this is big, so it's more strong. This definitely could have been it. So right here on this big engulf, when the move, because the pullback, I told you every pullback, this is a pullback, and it shot up. That's considered another level of structure. So the moment prices broke under this big one right here, you already knew it. You already knew it. Momentum just shot it right through because you saw this big bearish candle and it start breaking through structure, start breaking through supply and demand, and start breaking through supply and demand zones. So this is easy, guys. And then it shot up right back above it. And this looked like it was a morning trade. Yep, this is a morning trade. I can just tell by how the candles look. This was a morning trade. So I know this video is very long, guys. So this is the last one. Remember what I told you? Where did the drop happen? Where did the downtrend first happen? That is your main structure level. When that gets broken, the trend is changing. Okay? When that gets broken and closed above, that is the trend change. Okay? So understand that. That is your trend. That is your trend change. I could do this a million times. So this drop happened right here. This is the zone. So you drag that in the future. Drag this in the future, guys. So you know, once this zone gets broken, and I would change this red, guys. This would be a red color. I would change this red so I know that this is a resistance level, a strong resistance level, and these will be blue. So I don't confuse you guys. This will be red. So you have two options. Prices came back to it. It's never gonna break through the first time. Okay. Price came back to test it. Wick. This is the retest to go back down. Fell, pushed back up. Momentum pushed it above the what's name. So what would have been your entry? Okay. Your entry would have been, this is another level of structure. Your entry could have been right at this level. Right, once price closed above this structure right here, that could have been your entry. Boom, enter, bomb. But when it touches the main one, which is when the drop started, it's never going to continue going up. It's going to come back down. Test it again, boom, came back down. Double top, boom, drop, consolidated, dropped. All it did was build momentum to push through it. Once price closed above it, bear it like bullishly like this, closed above the 45 as well. Enter right here. That's your entry. This is your entry, guys. Boom. That's your entry. the trend is changed. And look what happened. It continues shooting up. So if we go to the live market right now, this is doing a double top. So let's go back. Let's zoom out. Okay. This is how you do it live. So of course we can't do structure levels way back here because it'll take forever for prices to go back there. Okay, it'll take forever for prices. This was a downtrend, consolidated, pushed up, dropped. The big move started here. Okay, so we're looking at it. The big move started here. So this is what I mean live, guys. Live. This is how you do it live. Looking at the market right now. So what would be your structure level? We already know this is an uptrend. So if we're trying to catch a downtrend change, this will be a structure level right here. This will be a structure level. Boom. Change this blue. And I know this video is going to be long, but I promise after you watch this video, it's going to be worth it. You get structure levels after a big move has happened, okay? So, as you can see, this is where we trying to get the closest possible. We can't go all the way back there. We can't go all the way over here because it's going to take forever the prices to get back there. Even though the trend started here, we can't go all the way back there. We want to get as close as we can and find new level of structure, okay? So this will be a structure level. This will be a structure level. And you guys can almost bet this works. All right. Remember, every pullback is considered a new structure level. So from the wick up to the body, not wick to wick to the body. So these are strong levels, guys. You see how big these things is? These are strong. Really, really strong. So we're already in that, so we're not going to do that because this is considered structure level. Boom. So prices came up, touched this level. Prices came up, tested, failed, went up. Prices came back, failed, tested, went up. These are your entries. Now you're in a major sell zone right now, but momentum is still pushing it up. This is what I mean, guys, from a downtrend to an uptrend. Because if you see here, this was structured. You guys see what's happening? This is what I mean. Once the highest structure gets broken, the trend is changing. See, this is where the big move down happened. So you put it from the wick down to the body. This will be red, guys. I'm just doing this to show you an example. This will be a red box. But I'm going to drag it back so you guys can see what actually happened. Very important if you can identify your structure zones, because now it helps you. Come on, let me change this red. I can do it here. All right, there we go. Let me change this red, guys, so you guys can see what happened. These are the power of supply and demand zones. You guys see me back tested, and every time the main one got broken, the trend changed. It's always going to retest it. Trade off the retest. If you want the best entry, don't trade it right when it break it, because it ain't going to continue going up right when it break it. It's going to retest it first. So candles came to it, dropped. Okay, remember this is your supply and demand zone for the support. Okay, prices come back up to the other one, you can just say previous strong resistance level. Wick, drop. But remember, you have this strong support level as well. So right here, you know when price close above it and continue going up, you can enter. But know the retest will happen. And 9 times out of 10, that's the perfect entry because prices is going to continue going up from there. So right here, prices came, retested it. Wick, came with an engulfing. This is your entry. This is your entry right here. So right now, this is a good entry. Prices shot up 43 pips, and you will be, right now you won't be in bad drawdown because prices is not gonna just drop back. No. That's not gonna happen, guys. You see this strong level right here? It's not gonna happen. You know what's finna happen? It's gonna keep making wicks, keep rejecting this zone, and then shoot up because it's testing price right now. So what I mean by that? I mean right here from this wick up, from this body up, this is what it's doing. It's testing the zone. That's what's happening. It's testing the zone. So right now I might could find entry because the trend is changing back up. And I am gonna call this trade live. You know what I'm waiting on? I am waiting for bullish movement. That is what I'm waiting on, guys. It's testing the zone. In reality, this not even the zone. I'm sorry. Let me take away this zone. You guys get the point. Let me remove this zone. Actually, the move started here. Let me drag this down, which makes it even better. The move started here all the way down to here. So this will be your strong support zone. Okay, that'll be your strong support zone. So I would enter this. This is what it's testing right now. It's testing the zone. So seeing that it's creating higher highs, I'm gonna wait until it do its thing. It's testing it. This is a double top, so it's right now it's testing the zone. The moment I see bullish movement, I'm entering the market. The moment I see rejection, I'm gonna enter the market. So it's like, it's all about understanding this, the supply and demand zones. It already broke past the previous strongest resistance right there. All I'm gonna do is wait for a rejection, and I'm gonna have a perfect entry. The entry is gonna be so perfect, it's gonna be crazy. So I'm definitely gonna be taking this trade. I'm just gonna wait for a rejection, for it to reject the zone, and once I see price rejecting the zone, that's when I enter. Once I start seeing bullish movement. All right, so this video is done. I know it's long, guys, but just watch it over and over, and you're gonna see what I mean about supply and demand zones. All right, so hopefully this video helped you guys, and hit me up if you have any questions. And yeah, let's eat.